waiting for the season, lost in crypto's gloom. Waiting for the season, lost in crypto's gloom. Shadows on the charts, all coins fade to gray. Gonna spin their tails, but they're gone next day. Hype burns like a flame, then it turns to dust. Waiting for the season, in my dreams I trust. Oh, altcoin season, when will you blow? Dreaming of riches, lost in the gloom. Altcoin season, break this cold night, chasing the spark for wealth shining light. YouTube prophets call, seasons here they swear. Flip their words at dawn, leaving hopes to tear. Watch for falling crowns, Bitcoin's reign grows thin. Volume starts to hum, let the surge begin. Oh, altcoin season, when will you blow? Dreaming of riches, lost in the gloom. Altcoin season, break this cold night, chasing the spark for wealth shining light. Markets whisper soft, dominance slides low. Whales stir in the deep, feel the undertow. Sentiments alive, the season's drawing near. Dreaming of the rise, I'll conquer my fear. Altcoin season, when will you bloom? Dreaming of riches, lost in the gloom. Altcoin season, break this cold night, chasing the spark for wealth shining light. Waiting for the season, lost in crypto's Flicker, 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 here it comes. Crypto dream, shadows just chase the coins, my heart's a fleeting glow. Schemes we've honeyed lies, they pull me down below. Hope that sparks and fades, a whisper in my soul. Chasing to the moon where dreams can take control. Oh, I hide my trembling dreams. Flicker! With the whispers soft and sweet, the night I trust is the night they saw. Slip away from me. I paint gilded stars through screens that gleam and lie. Rug pulls tear my heart, their promises dissolve to sigh. Seek the quiet pose where markets start to sing. Moon, a moon, a moon, my faith begins to spring.
The only thing missing from this song is a little cowbell. Speaking of cowbell, it's time for the nightly cowbell ceremony. If you'd like to participate, just reach out and grab your cowbell, give your little ding-a-ling a little fling-fling. Make that sing, put a smile on your face, put a smile on everybody's face, because if daddy ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. You got me? Ring that bell, baby. Ring it, ring it, ring it. And that's all you need to do. Put a little joy in your life.
Candles burn and shade. The charts begin.
Thank you for your participation.
Whales move in the dark. Their tides will
It is now time for the turkey.
my soul. I'm lost in
And a one, and a two, and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I'm supposed to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogs. Your first time here, hadn't been here in a while. Hey, glad to have you here. We're a little different. We put a little fun into the charts, into the boring numbers behind us, and we have some nice little techniques that we can share to help you kind of gain a little traction in this market as we analyze Bitcoin and the altcoins that respond to however happy Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is... How's she doing? How's she doing? We're on the 6-minute time frame here, small s time frame. And a lot of people might be seeing a lot of little things happening here. We've got lots of little ideas. Me personally, I think the biggest problem with what we got right here is that, well, we're on a small ass time frame. But anyway, there's some ideas that people might be, it's starting to change actually in the last little bit here. I was looking for a possibility of 3 rising valleys. Some people would see an inverted head and shoulder formation. Some people would see probably a complex inverted head and shoulders formation. There's lots of different things that we can see. Why are you so loud, man? I'm just saying. Oh, turn it. It's my little. That's how I keep up with you, chat. So those ideas or whatnot might be going on over here, but then you got a different breed of analyst over there that might be more like connecting some lines here from candle bodies to candle bodies and just kind of seeing, regardless of what we argue about what it is and here where it is and everything, for a local pattern that we got a channel which is bearish in nature. Rising channels have a tendency to want to break down to the downside, but we can bounce along between these walls as far as it takes us before that happens. It doesn't even have to happen. If it can break to the wrong side, meaning go to the upside instead of the downside, it usually gets a stronger move. And so then you got people looking at that idea. But the smarter people, I think, actually just kind of zoom out, you know, like at least to a 4 hour and see, oh, it looked like we're trying to go up. Oh, you're saying we're trying to go down? What are we doing? Because it kind of lets you know where we are. You are here, right here, on a possible breakout retest of a trend line. And so far, and let me move this line just a wee bit. You see these little candle bodies when we zoomed out here? How they're kind of leveling out there? Yeah, that's right on top of the trend line. I'm just going to push the rewind button and get us back over there. So we got an idea for Bitcoin after breaking out and coming up to about 119.9. right somewhere on that area, 119 something, coming back down to this 118, 117 area for a retest. So what we're hoping to see, and the moving averages do have some support for this idea, a little reflection here, if you will, and just a little pull back, and let's go, and let's take out this higher high here. You're probably you are seeing lots of different ideas on YouTube, bullish or bearish. I mean, it's kind of been a little bit of a downward day mostly, so most of the thumbnails are looking for the bearish scenario, 110 or something like that. And I'm just here to tell you, until we break this red line that and start going below these little wicks down here, which they're wicks because instead of candle bodies, because there's buy pressure there. So every time that price starts getting down into these areas, about 117,400, there's been some buy pressure that comes in and kind of pushes the price back up. That's the story of the wicks. And as long as that keeps happening, that means we might be possibly bouncing here. We're above the 21 moving average on this particular time frame. I likes it. The 9 moving average is up here at 118,600, and that's where we need to go back up to and get above. We're above the 9, everything's fine. We lose it, then we start losing our shit. Basically, that's how it kind of boils down. It's what I've seen since I'm in this market. 15 people hanging out with me tonight. How you doing? Thank you for hanging out. Perhaps I should zoom out to the daily. We should have started at the daily, but we just like to mix it up and be little Degens over here. Could tailor in this trend line a little bit, and we're basically, no matter how you look at it, we're still in the range. We're still above this 2.36 Fibonacci area, this red line, and that's my big thesis. I used the word thesis today. Are there brownie points? Girl Scout points? Stripper points? I should get some kind of points for saying, what did I just, oh man. Anyway, so that is my thesis. That is the theory that I'm presenting. That's my doctorate. It's my dissertation. Oh yeah. And as crazy as it seems, if that be true, and it's a rare little animal to find, but we found this one down here. And what happened back last time, man? She broke it a few times, but she was hanging this area. The results from this was a nice strong move to the upside at the last 236 area. Remember that? Because I harped on it forever. 103,000. I said, oh, this went down to 3. But if we could do, or we might, it could be good. And then it happened, right? The same situation is going on here on the smaller scale. If that be true, I crap you not, the measured move takes us up here to about $141,000. It's not straight up by any means. We haven't even got up to our measure move from this other little guy, which I think was right around the same place. We're getting some confluence there on the moving, on the targets. And I think that's kind of interesting there. So I've got that as a little bit of hopium, a little bit of encouragement there. Just for those days that we have the red days. Now, altcoins, on the other hand, what the hell are they doing? What's so weird is that we are in the perfect place for Bitcoin to go sideways and Bitcoin dominance to go down, which is basically has been until today, and yesterday. But that's the perfect place for altcoins to really start shining for a bit. And they have been somewhat, because our bags are pumping. They're up. We got some good trades over there. Isaac Delgado, you're killing it. Posted over there in the vanity wall. He's doing some really good trades over there. Thank you for sharing, my man. And congratulations. I remember when Isaac was first in our Telegram group, and I remember the newbie vibes and everything, and what's this gonna do? Can this do this? And then now he's out there. You're seeing him posting all these wins of 200-300% gains and things like that. Why just quit talking about it? Just go over and look at it. And this is over look, 300% gains right there. 205%. That's Isaac Delgado. And if you were to go back over to our lounge area and you scroll back about 2 years, and you would see the difference between then and now, and it's pretty gosh darn amazing. So congratulations, shout out to you, my man, Isaac Delgado, over there killing it. Now, there was one trade that I wanted to comment on that he had, because it's one thing to get a few little things when something goes up just a little bit or whatnot, right? But to do something like this, to get in about $115,000 and hold that trade all the way to $119,000, well, that takes a little bit more discipline right there. So that's why I'm very impressed and very pleased, Isaac, at your progress that you've made since we've known you. I'm not saying we're taking profit where you did it, my man, but congratulations, you found what works for you. That's an important thing. All right, let's get back over to the chart, and well, let's just go over here and say hi to everybody in the chat. How's it going, chat? 18 people hanging out with me. Let's come over and say hello to everybody. I think we got everything working now. Bullets on parade. How's it going? I think you're first. That's as far as I can scroll up. So congratulations, and if I'm wrong, then gosh darn it. You two need to tighten up your chat box game. Just had to have a little good ass coffee. Today's show is brought to you by Good Ass Coffee. If you don't have any good ass coffee, then get off your ass and go to the grocery store and pick out some good ass coffee. Just saying. All right. I'm trying to get sponsors, if you can tell. That was good, right? You'd buy some good ass coffee, wouldn't you? All right. We got Ave Medina. How's it going? Bert's, what that on your face? I know. That was horrible. I don't understand what happened in that picture. I don't even know. I think we're going to get a HR call tomorrow. And the thumbnail. There could be 1,000 stories there. Everything from a pie and the face gone wrong. Sicario. Duality C. MG Motorsports, shout out to all you guys. Antonio House, how's it going, my man? Good to see ya. Kelly Fat, John Frisbee. Let me throw my marker up. I keep forgetting to do that when I come on. That will. So when I get lost in the charts and come back to the chat, I look for this marker and any coins that are listed, coin requests listed under that, I can keep up with them that way. I try to keep up with them as I see them. I see Aether there from John Frisbee. Thank you there. Haven't looked at that one in a while. That'd be interesting. Take a look. Osmosis. Oh, yeah, I like Osmosis. I'm in Osmosis. I've been seeking that for a long time. Haven't looked at that one for a minute. So cool. Like to mix it up there just a little bit. Have I got everybody? There's Joe from Tate Intuition. Joe, how's it going, Joe? Joe's a fellow YouTuber. If you're not familiar with Joe, here's Meet Damien also, and sometimes he pops in over here. Now look, we're 308 subscribers. That'd be cool if we could bump that up to like 385. That would be awesome. That's Meet Damien. Oh, it's 382. If we could bump it up to 387 then. And then we got Joe over here. And one of these days I'm gonna get fancy and get my buttons working again. I've been saying that for months though, so it's like that honeydew list I keep hearing about too. I don't know. And then we got Joe's channel over here. If you don't know, he streams daily, puts out videos, teaches how to do TA. Very, very solid instruction over there. Tells you his mindset for what's going on. A1 guy. A1 guy, if you're not following him, what's wrong with you? I'm just saying, you need a good foundation for stuff. And that I can't think of anybody else better to recommend to get what you need to know than Joe. I'm just putting it out there. All right. Crap, I'm lost, man. I got lost. I went back to Telegram trying to come back to here to see you guys again. Duality C, OG1. What's a shaking, guys? There's Doug. I retired from the dividends on XBTY. Bitcoin ETF paying big dividends every Friday. Huh. Dividends, you say? Perhaps I need to look into these ETFs and what makes them so appealing. Because that seems to be where a lot of the money is going into them ETFs. But of course, that's what they expected, though. That's why they wanted to have so many of those gosh darn things. They seem to be working pretty good so far. Glad Grasshopper, I like what you're saying there. Smash that like button, everybody. That does help the channel grow and reach some other people here. I had an employee that's supposed to come out and do that for me, so I don't have to keep doing it every once in a while. But
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
hey, he still got, not as bad as the other time, but you still got me. Little spook sneaks up on me whenever he gets a chance there. So I got it. So there's a bunch of Bitcoin on the exchanges. I mean, like that 80,000 Bitcoin they got. So yeah, we held up pretty gosh darn good. I mean, from 23,000 and we're just hanging around 117. I mean, we dipped as low as we did. What? 115. Not bad. And what? There was a big buy for some down there too. So people were ready for it. They're going for it. Let's take a look. I think I got everybody bullish on Parade. Joe is the better day in my sauce. The lime in my Corona. The lime in my Corona. Kelly says, uh-oh, it looks like Bitcoin dominance on the rise. It is. It's what we've been warning about for a little while. That little 618 area. That ain't, you know, that's... If you're going to bounce for something and try to recover, that's the place that you want to bounce from. And we didn't want to see Bitcoin dominance do that. So, and what's even more bullish after that for this one, not for altcoins, it's not really great for altcoins, at least on the short term, But now you made a higher low over here, right? You had your 786 retracement for it. So that's telling us that, yeah, we're headed up here to these little guys, most likely. I don't know. Never do I say anything is going to happen on the absolute. We're going to fly. We get here, we're gonna fly. Well, you know, nothing definite on that, just more in probabilities and possibilities, and especially, you know, in my own opinion as an analyst professionally. 62% over here, 63%, and what that will do is the as Bitcoin dominance comes up, and that just kind of hurts altcoins a little bit. I mean, there's still going to be some that do good, but then do okay, but there'll be other anomalies, and the rest of them won't do good. And anytime the Bitcoin drops, then they drop too. They're always a little bit behind Bitcoin, you know, and the give and take. Every time Bitcoin goes up, they go up a little bit too. Every time Bitcoin falls, well, they fall a lot. And every time Bitcoin goes back up, well, they go up a little bit too. But every time Bitcoin falls, well, they fall amazingly a little bit more, seems like. And that's the altcoin dance. We're hoping that it won't get too much further than some of these areas, and that's the idea that we're trying to hold. Now let me tighten this little. I put a little line, so it's really important about this area right here, about 62. Let's get that one off in there. So the idea for Bitcoin dominance is that she could be bouncing for we're on the daily for this next week. Oh man. And not only that, but we also got a bunch of news coming out this week, so it's going to be a shaky week. We got a lot of stuff going on. Man, that's the wrong thing to hit. So the FOMC was that today? We could go to Forex Factory or whatever and get the details on it. I don't have that screen pulled up at the moment, but just basically every day there's some kind of Fed meeting or something, some kind of little something coming out. So it's going to be the week for the market makers, a little shaky week. Mercury's in retrograde if you buy into that argument, and that's going to be, you know, typically just sideways choppy price action. So the thing about chop is that unless you're trying to do a range strategy and you're able to kind of nick the bottoms, and that's where I think that the little 236 fib area there, which is 17,300 right now at the moment, I think that's helpful. That's a good area to know when you're coming down toward the bottom of the range. So I've been making it a big deal to try to get as much as I can anytime that we're below that area. Back on Bitcoin, by the way, come over here to the 4 hours. But basically, in a ranging range. And it looks like our range tops are been hitting somewhere around 119, not right at 120. We just a little shy of it. Now, the thing that I'm looking at here, when I came in, we were being very bullish when we first started the stream, and I still think we are. This is a great place for it to catch and then start bouncing. And I think I pulled this. Didn't I do this? Okay, we pull our fib from swing low to swing high there. We're holding on this 382 area. That opens us up for this area. Same, you got confluence for this area again, 121, 122,000, or 121.7. 121.6, 121.7 in that area. So I've even got another setup that gives us confluence for that idea. So there's a good chance that we find some support, at least for Bitcoin here, and bounce. Now Bitcoin goes up and Bitcoin dominance goes up. Altcoins just kind of, they're on their own, baby. It's like live or die, live or die. And today was okay for a little while, but then we started giving it all back. It was up positive 2-3% on a lot of them, and then all of a sudden right now in this last little bit, them altcoins be tanking, baby. They be tanking. So we come over here to total 3, and I'm going to zoom out. And is there any reason why we wouldn't? Was there any signs here that this was coming on? Well, yeah, because we've been talking about it for a while, man. How we acted on it, how we responded to it, that's what's going to show up in our wallet. But the chart was telling us, man, 786, that's an area to watch, see what happens. We went bullish above it. It looked like we were going to go forever. Altcoin season. So it was on every damn thumbnail almost. Oh, this altcoin season, man. Let me tell you what coins I'm going to buy. And we came up just a little bit more, 886. A strong place to get rejected. Very, very strong. That's what we're looking for. Now, also entertaining the idea at that time, because we're all bullish and everything, if we could squeeze up it, looking for signs to level out. We didn't. We came below it. We lost this area, and that's the first sign that this has got a good chance to roll over now. That was our first little, our next little thing was this little lower high here. Now I'm getting all these little things going on. Let's see if we can come over to a smaller time frame so we can see that. So when we come in and see what the price did, we had a trend line. It double topped over here before we broke it. Breaking it was where, you know, that's our line in the sand. You hear me say that. That's where you need to figure out where you are in life, or what you expect on this, because when we broke it, we were under the 786 there, right? Meaning, this not looking healthy, or it's not looking good for the moment, right? But we're finding this before. Now this lower high here, that's our next little warning sign that, there might be a lower low than this coming for altcoins. What would that look like? That would probably look like us trying to come back down to retest this. I'm just going to draw these random yellow lines there. It's random yellow line day here on Road Dog Crypto. It most likely would come on down to this little trend line here that we've got, and I'm going to make them a little bit bigger, so it can bring us down to these areas. I mean, if we're trying to look ahead and guesstimate and do everything else. Personally, at this point, I think I would like to just look for some, I want to clear out all these lines I've got, because they're starting to get on my nerves. This is our 236 from a bigger pool. So we know that one's gone, that one's gone. These little measure moves. That second measure move that we took there, well, I think we took it after the effect. I think it already hit the price when we took it anyway, but it turned out to be pretty spot gosh darn on as to how far price after it broke out here could get up to. But now we're looking at a possibility for it to come down, and if you're looking at the measure move ideas, I mean, we're taking the width that we got here and putting that over here, and we could be seeing this come all the way back down to $889 billion versus the $1.2 trillion that we're at now. It's just a possibility. There's a bullish scenario that could be playing out here too. I mean, this is only if we lose this little trend line we got, this new secondary trend line. We don't have to lose it. We don't have to, so that's what we're waiting for. We do lose it, and then the odds start happening that, oh man, altcoin's about to do something kind of freaky, not on the good thing. Right now, the 4 hours tell me we got some support here on some of these moving averages, and a chance to kind of start to recover a little bit. So it all depends on what we do right here, right now. And if I want to get a little bit more information, if I want to squeeze a little bit more information out of this, I'll fib you out and see what's going on. 618. Wicking down to a 618. We might catch here. In my personal opinion, I think it's worth looking for altcoins to possibly catch here and bounce. So we had our Monday, our little Monday, right? And false move Monday, as they say, and then they start directing the market. So this would be also an idea for us to reverse here for all altcoins. So it's a perfect opportunity to make everybody get scared and say, oh, why am I in altcoins again? They suck. So now I like to come down to the 1 hour, and I mean, she's got some work to do. I ain't going to try to lie about that. She got some work to do. She need to hold some of these things. She need to be holding here. Let's keep our eyes on it. But we know if it loses, then there could be a nice little tumble from 1.0 to this 9 billion. And then you see all them numbers that you worked so hard for from way back over here. Give them up, and that would kind of suck. Let's take a look at some altcoins. You guys asked for Aether. If I can spell it right, I can probably find it. Here it is on OKX. Let's try that one. They probably got a good price history. Let's zoom out on you. I like this. Some people don't. I do. I get a little woody when I see things like this. I get a little excited seeing a possible double bottom here with this butt crack idea over at 5 and 5.7 cents, and we're here at 3.4, and I'm just seeing going cha-ching, cha-ching. Possible cha-chings. There might be some possible, oh man, you came back down, because sometimes they'll do that little number before they want to, you know, break out of this little zone. But my system's rather easy. I lean more toward this more than anything that I do now. It's my fib system, just because she's so tried and true in my personal opinion. Still look at our patterns, still play patterns, but I just found fib to be that little missing thing that I was looking for to answer a lot of my questions. 4 cents. We need to break out of there to go to our next level, which is where we hung up here with the flag to the upside. I like to say that because there's a lot of people that, you know, that's their first go-to area instead of zooming out and zooming into flags, and that's okay, but I just like to point them out because that doesn't have the best return rate. It doesn't have as much of one for that to be your just go-to to always look for that. I think you'd be disappointed a lot, get caught in, stopped out a lot that way. And that's the thing about it, you know, and that's one of the first things that beginners learn is the flags, and then you're like, oh crap, and breakouts, and you're like, why I keep getting stopped out all the dang time? I keep getting stopped out. That happens a lot with those little guys. So she's doing a little rounding here, makes me think maybe she'll come down for a higher low there, or some kind of low there. For Aether, this is on the daily. Want to take a look on the 4 hour. How you looking over here, baby? A little give and take on these moving averages, but I like what I'm seeing. They're trying. This little area about 3 cents even there might be revisited. We got the 200 moving average down there on the 4 hour. It's also right around the 0.5 Fibonacci area. Not looking for the 618. I mean, it could come into play, and that's it. Right at just a little under the 3 cent area, but that 0.5, if we had a nice strong move up. Listen, the higher that we bounce on this little scale, meaning the less that we retrace, the stronger the move. So the deeper we come back, well, the more crap that we got to wade through to get to the other side of the street. But if we just come back a little bit, man, we seem to be able to jump a lot further when we do start moving to the upside. So that's kind of how our fib systems work here. Just throwing some stuff out there. Other than that, I like a nice solid trend line, and this one's telling me that it's deviating from it a little bit, getting a little curve to it. And that makes me tingle inside, and because that means she's trying to go parabolic. I mean, she's trying to go up quicker than go sideways or go down, and that can lead us up here to that 4 cent area. So I want to see what happens here. So Aether, I look at, she's trying to get up there, and she may get up there and get rejected. That's 20% up, and she may have to come back and do some kind of higher low or something like that. But that's the first area I'll be looking for, any kind of rejection, and then that's the first area I'm going to look out for, is to finally clear and break out, retest, and then start working up to this little area up here at 5 cents. Taking a look at Osmosis. I like this one. I think, is KuCoin? Yeah, KuCoin's got a good chart on it. Probably charting it over here before. I think that was a 12725, 14 cents, hopefully. So that should be our bottom. Now we can kind of adjust some of these things. This is some older lines I've got going on here. Let's zoom her in just a little bit. Update it. It's been a while since I've looked at this one. So we got our high to low here. So if I look at it on the bigger scale, the bigger thing, since we're still down here at the bottom, I'm only concerned about this area right now. 64 cents. All right. And so we got that one, and now we're going to take this one, this high, down to our recent low here. Looking for that same little guy, and that one often just nails a little support resistance zone or right here. Ooh, that support. Ooh, nice support. Lost it. Now it's resistance. It's amazing how that works, but that seems to be the beauty of it. And everywhere below this is a really good place to accumulate. So basically, in the nutshell, it's telling us that, let me tighten you up a little bit. It's telling me that anywhere below 30 cents is a beautiful, beautiful area to accumulate osmosis. And it's at 18 cents now. I can testify because I've seen this thing last cycle when I was in it. To 7. I've even seen it above that before it was even reported on. I don't think they got reported to like CoinGecko or anything. Like I've seen it above $10. I thought about $11, but she commonly would hang out for about $3 or $4 for a while, and seen that up to 8 a few times. It can do some. In the past, it's done some good numbers, so that's why a lot of people kind of like it. Definitely lower than it's been in quite a while there. So those are the two main areas that I would be focusing on right there for to target out. 31 cents. And then 64, and there are several other places that we could look here. You know, our 618, just right there, 57. 49. There's other little targets we can play on along the way, but imagine just getting back up to these areas. That's your 210%, getting up to that 64% or 64 cent area again. And the thing is that 64 cent area, doing that's to get out of our little bargain zone. That's when we start working back toward these areas about 150. And so for anybody that accumulates a bag of this here, I don't know, let's say if you had $100 in it at current price, it goes up to 160, where your $100 is now worth about $700 or $800. I like that. Throw a few hundred, come back and have, you know, maybe a couple of thousand. And so those are the kind of things that I like to look for to kind of, and plus you can stake this one. So I like this. Now I've been in this one for a while, so I'm not trying to shill it, but I'm just telling. But she's definitely at an area to think about accumulating if that's your play. Let me come back to the chat. Well, before I do, let's take a look at some that we've been tracking. Some of I guess a lot of people probably tracking them because they're the hot coins right now. ENA still from its 26 cent lows here. It's hanging out at 61 cents. Still in its lovely parabola in that thing. And so far she's held up perfectly. I have a special innate superpower, and it's malicious without meaning to be, but when I draw these on my charts, it somehow ends up cursing the coin, and they break that parabola, and then, you know, everybody starts hating me like, you suck, dog, you cursed my coin, you suck. And I'm like, dude. But apparently that power is real, so I might have inadvertently cursed ENA when I drew this dotted line. If somehow it gets past my dubious, malicious powers that be, and We got 1 step, 2 step. Could this be a 3 step? We got 2 more steps to come out of this thing because they usually shoot for about 5 little steps with a blow off toppy if we're trying to get textbook perfect, which is rare. 2017 Bitcoin, I think, did that, but can't think of many other things that do that. Oh man, you took our dotted evil line away. There we go. I got you, baby. We got you. So we're testing this 200, there's 21 moving average right now. Good place to bounce and continue the trend up. It needs to. If we're going to keep the parabola, that's what I'm looking for. She needs to be bouncing about right here, right now. 61 cents and go up. Looking for 77 cents next on ENA if she can continue the trend. If not, looking for a slow burn down to 43 or lower. Hey, it's Vinny. Hey, the Vinny coin. Hey, man, we're going to take a look at that. Oh, Vine. My bad. Vine coin. Vine, not Vinny, Vine. Vine coin. Vine coin is getting a little bit of a pullback, testing its 4-hour 9 moving average there. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? That would be that's an excellent place to bounce if she's going to still be bullish. Otherwise, we might be looking for it to come back down to this area here, about 12.9. 12.4, I'm sorry, 12.4 cents if that area breaks here. So keep your eye on Vine. Minnie! May come back to the chat, see how you guys are doing. How you doing, guys? Get stuck on my screen here. Brew Brav, anyone know how it's possible to renew a channel membership when your only device is an iPhone? I have no idea about that. I don't know. I guess I'm a loser. I got the Android. I got the Galaxies. I'm more of a Samsung guy. Ko says today Britain had some meaning. Don't know about Britain. I know the European Union and Trump's deal seems to be, the market seems to be liking that pretty much. Virtuals dumped pretty hard, says Kelly. Let's take a look at virtuals. It's about what, 158, 160 last time I saw it. Oh, you're still coming down. Yeah, it was looking like she had it in her a while back, and I didn't really like what I saw. Well, I mean, over here it was showing those signs, right? Now she's in a place where we got to start paying attention, because the trend line that we were hoping that would catch it and have some kind of some support, which just looked like it was doing it, and that we lost it. So now, you know, that sucks.
Bitcoin pulls me. Oh, I track the charts when the bulls start to roar. Bitcoin surges with a golden core. ETF cash files my sultry lore. A fierce investor, I own the floor. World War III whispers tease the air. My Bitcoin
Dang. I don't know for sure, but there is one idea that would suggest that this 88-cent area could be coming into play. It would take a while, like a slow burn, but that could be where we're coming back down to, even lower technically. But let's see what else we've got here. What else can you tell me, chart? You support that idea, so that sucks. So I don't like this going on right here. I don't like that. So I've got a virtual play right now, and it's on some spot margin. And breaking a bigger trend line. Looking if we can come back up to this 166, 167 area as a retest. I think there's a likelihood we could do that. Or if we can bust back into that, that's even better. But a retest, Because as she's dropping, this would be the point when some people would be looking at their bag saying, I gotta do something now, get out of it now. And that's a hard call for some people to make. And some people might sell out of fear here as not knowing that we could be coming back up. So I've always found that the smartest move in hindsight or whatever is an experience is if you can wait for the pullback, you know, you might get a little bit of a better method to de-risk any kind of position when that happens, rather than making a quick decision here, which, you know, hasn't even cleared its lowest low here. Technically, she's still got a higher lows. So this one's going to get a lot of people kind of confused, I think. Let's see what the indicators are saying. They're definitely swinging to the bearish field there. How are you looking over here? 4 hour, just now starting to get jiggy with it. Testing some of the bigger moving averages. I see some turbulence out of this one, definitely. I hate to see her lose the 800. What's the 600? Lost the 600 to the 800. Whew. I know that I don't want to write it down here to 80 something cents or anywhere near that. So we have to put some stops in place and de-risk as we come up. If we start getting bullish and back in here, we're good. I'm add some more to it and build that bag again. But might be a good time to do a little de-risking on virtual, or having a plan to de-risk, or a possibility. See what you can do. What did you look like on the weekly? Were you one that gave us Here's an idea. Look at this. Here on the weekly on virtuals, you got the red dot, so that's kind of a sell signal. Came after this one, then a green dot. And I'm looking at stochastics, and that they're kind of low. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another little green dot that kind of works its head over here. I don't know if we're getting ready to go through all this. Money flows in though. But now the MACD, now that one I take a little bit, I'd start looking at, you might have some more downside. That one I want to listen to. Can't tell much here from RSI other than levels. So unfortunately, it does look like she's got a little bit more room down. See some support here about 125 though. Virtuals, you're pissing me off. Go back up. Sometimes that works. You just tell them what you want. Most of the time it doesn't, but it's always worth a try. Let me take a look at SWE. Everybody's been talking about SWE. I remember it was 88 cents. I had a lot at 88 cents. Don't have that many now. And that's where you start seeing the difference between trading it and holding it. Those big layer one plays were the holders. Solana around $8 to $20, $25. Instead of selling it for 50 and oh look, I sold it for 50. Look at me. So we got rejected at our 618 again, I see on SWE. 4 hour chart here. If we keep on coming down, I might see around 368 out of SWE. I like the moving averages. They're trying to do the right thing. Hopefully this trend line will hold. It's not the best trend line. I'm trying to line it up as much as I can with this over here. So we bada. Yeah, you get the stupid free tonight. I give free stupid every night. I don't charge for it. Some people charge for stupid. Some people charge $99 a month for stupid. I give it to you free. That's just, I don't know, just born with a generous heart for giving out free stupid. I know. Kelly says FOMC is on Wednesday, on the hump day. Doesn't surprise me a bit. Antonio says Solana. Solana was trying to do a little parabolic move and might be possibly deviating from that a little bit. Get rid of that. I look at it with this perspective and let's hope that this 100 moving average and bottom trend line will kind of hold us around 177 if we have to get down there. Reach down in my pocket and pull out my fib real quick like a master switchblade, like a switchblade master, and right here that also gives us a little confidence at 175 area. If we need to go down, let's see if we can retest that area. If not, it might be making a higher low here because we got this idea, right? A little deviation. I'm always looking for them deviations off these trend lines to see if they're trying to make a different angle, because then they're trying to go parabolic. They're trying to give us, yeah, I want to try to get as close to that bottom as I can before they shoot up. So those secondary trend lines are helpful to determine that, if they want to move a little bit more this way than this way. So we'll see how it behaves, because if she starts bouncing right there, ooh baby, I love your way. I'm gonna come down to the 15-minute just so I can eavesdrop on their phone conversations and stalk them a little bit, see what kind of intel we can get. You trying to do something over here? It's too early to tell, but I like how it's starting to slant. I look for the first little signs that, hey man, you're trying to do something a little different. And just seeing where it was dropping down and not zigzaggedy, and she's just starting to do this slow little slant, tells me, you trying to catch bottom over here, ain't you? Out here trolling for bottom here on Highway 59 late night. Oh, $182. What we need is for this thing to catch, come back up to 189 or higher. I do declare, sir, I do believe that she be a trying. We need to fib her out over here and see if we got a little place around 179. Can you bounce there if you need to? If you're going to do that, you might as well come down the bottom trend line. I'm just saying. Hold your ground, Solana. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Kelly says, how would you draw a fib on virtual? I thought I did. I'm behind on the chat, so I don't know if I did or not. I came up to the trading view in here. This is not the actual one that we just looked at. This is a different chart. Same thing though, right? Broken that trend line. That's the biggest thing. So would it be weird if this is repeating what I just did a few minutes ago? So from low to high, and I want the bigger picture idea. So we bounce from here, right? So if nothing else, we could be setting up for a double bottom there at 1.25 for virtuals. That's what the bigger picture says. So especially since we broke a trend line. Could be setting up for a bigger move down. I mean, there's a couple of scenarios, so I would pay attention to these ideas here. Am I repeating myself again? It's from a different perspective here. We're coming up with the same areas. And so the bigger fibs, I mean, I always go with the bigger fibs. You can get kind of nitpicky on some of the smaller fibs and figure out some stuff. 0.5 takes us down to 127 area, so we got a little confluence. It's starting to suggest, I think this is what we figured out on the last time we looked at it, starting to give us a little bit more weight down here at the 90 cent area. It'll take it a while to get there. This is starting to act like a butt crack harmonic pattern to the downside, which is probably one of them little, I don't know, I'll probably make a mockery of this because this is not my shtick, but my shtick does overlap with this shtick quite a lot, I have found. It's just not as pretty, but they got a pretty way of drawing this crap out. I don't think you're 0.5. So I don't think you're that. Yeah, we're not doing that. Tis not my ex parte. What I do like though is to take a few little angles and apply that idea, because I was trying to nail in this angle before. So we're just now just flirting with, and we might even bounce back up here. That's the beauty of it. Here's the thing. So we see the possibilities. We break the trend line here or there. 90 cents seems to be what it's calling for. But right here we got a 200 moving average that we could find some support on, and then this whole little channel idea, just taking the angle. Trying to be careful with it. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but that helps us figure out what's going on over here. There's price travels in channels. And then see how that lines up over here. So I need some wick to candles or wick to body or body to body action preferably. And then I need something over here. Now I'm getting touches. I'm getting hits on this. So if we can pull up over the next 24 hours and recover here, and it can happen because it happened yesterday. It looked just like this yesterday too. Oh my God, it's all over. And then we pulled back above it and went higher. So we could be doing that. We don't know just yet. So that's what I look for. But the fibs help, hopefully. I feel like we've done this twice. I think we did 3 times. Can confirm yelling at chart does not work. That's but no, it doesn't. You still tell it what you think about it though. Yes, trolling for bottom. Sold bottom. Did we capture everything? Meet Damien. Hey, there's Meet Damien. I gave you a shout out earlier. Kelly says Tau. Let's take a look at Tau. Binance. Oh, you dropping, but ooh, you below $400. You starting to get on discount now. Broke the trend line. We're right. Here's what we're following. I'm on the daily. It makes it a little bit easier. That was the first trend line. Follow it. Break it. Uh-oh, something's going on. We lost our trend. Is it trying to mature out a little bit? Is it trying to do something? It broke it, ran underneath it, and then we come up for, this is what I look for when we break the trend line and it goes, and it doesn't immediately start coming down. She's trying to flesh out a little bit. Let's come down a smaller time frame. Look a little bit better. It actually looks better on the daily if I'm going to explain it this way. We'll still look at it both ways. But lose that, and then it comes up and probably will not get past it, meaning that if we're going to double top or something, that's an idea where it can form at, right? Especially if there's some other fib areas, resistance areas above. And from that angle, from that point, you're getting another angle to watch, and then you lose that one, and it's like, oh my God. The trend lines help you figure out when you need to take action and maybe even get out of the trade, because if you can getting in when it breaks a trend line, getting out when it breaks a trend line, you got all this juicy goodness for your trade profits. Yeah, right through here. You don't have to get the very bottom and the very top. You just get all the squishy, gooey goodness in the middles if you just apply a simple trend line and take action at it. That was one of the last little lessons for me to learn before all this really started clicking. It's like, oh, I don't know. I understood trend lines, but for some reason, I guess I thought, oh, it's okay. It's a trend line, but yeah, it's easy for them to get back into it. It ain't no big deal. No, it's a major thing. Then it becomes support resistance. It becomes resistance from there on out, meaning that you're starting to do something. So some people will be looking at this Tau as being a possible head and shoulders reversal pattern. It looks like it's trying to confirm. If it does, we're coming back down to these areas. We're up down 350 maybe. Measure move. We take a measure move on that guy. Yeah, pretty much about 343, 350 area, if that idea happens. And it often does. Do you have the you got the bearish divergence? There's another little clue right there. With all these instances, and it's more than one instance when you're on a bullish thing. It takes more than one to kind of really get you the move that you're expecting out of that bearish divergence. So we got 1, 2, 3 little humps touching that. and 3 little humps going more to the upside, except for this last one, to the downside. So your bearish divergence, I say bullish, bearish divergence kicking in there. So we are starting to see some signs on some of these altcoins wanting to get a pullback now. So we're starting to see that manifest. I use the word manifest just like a wizard. Manifest on the chart and a correction on. And that's what the bigger charts have been suggesting for a few days on the bigger time frames. And we talked about it. And yeah, I think first, I mean, I have a problem with this too. I will see things that I need to pay attention to. The bigger time frames tell me, you know, hey man, this is likely what's going to happen. But then sometimes I get caught up on whatever I'm doing or whatever I'm not doing, and maybe I'm not executing on some of the things that I see for myself. And sometimes it's what I've just kind of noticed through my little journey here. But yeah, right back. I was really looking right back over the weekend when the first signs were coming out. I thought I had one that kind of spelled out a warning. Anyway, this is not important right now. 21 people hanging out. So Tao does look like she might be working on a little downplay. And that would be retesting this bigger trend line idea. So when you zoom out, it just makes a little bit more sense. Doesn't look as bad. So you had a breakout from that, and that particular local pattern was a following broadening wedge or a bullish megaphone, leveled out, did exactly what it needed to do for breaking out. Retesting that, they got a good chance of doing that. It could come back to the exit. I mean the breakout area, about 360, 386, 380, something like that. It could find support there. That's the first place we look for with a breakout, for it to come back and retest. So we got that idea just based on what happened before. I don't know. I feel like I don't know how every other trader does. I mean, everybody looks at this market in a different way, but I feel like what's being taught out there is just always look for the local, you know, just the local little pattern on a little thing. So somebody might have the head and shoulders idea, or they just might have a flag to the upside, you know, or a combination of both, saying one or the other, or this 50-50 pattern, or something. But if you just look back at what we've been doing, and even on a bigger scale, it kind of helps guide you and see, you knowing that we break out and have a good chance to retest. And let you know, well, it's just part of the game, man. It's part of the ebb and flow. We come out, come back, higher lows, and then we get good. So we can make some plans to be buying somewhere around 360 if it comes down that low. But she does look like she's trying to come down some a little bit. Got these moving averages to help try to cushion the fall there a little bit, around 370 and 386, but more than likely she'll come on down. Doesn't mean she has to bounce here or anything. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been cackling around for about an hour now. There is this little footsie group over on that only refrigerators or only ceiling plans place. Proud to spread my wings over there, or at least a toe or two. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's take a look at a few other things. I want to take a look at SEXIEST. Here on Coinbase, she is getting a little bit of a pullback at this very moment, coming back to retest this area. Been down to where she's been before, had to come back home to see mama one more time before trying to catch her breath to hopefully run away from whatever's chasing her. We're at an area where it might get some support, but man, that's a sloppy ass trend line. If I got to say so myself, that's a sloppy ass trend line. That is one sloppy ass trend line. Don't trust it, I don't, but it might be without breaking out the fibs. Looking about 380 coming down there. I would draw a fib from the bottom up to the top and be looking more for around the 786 pullback. Let me get some of these other guys out of here. Sweet! It was from his blazing glory at 445 down to 390. Oh my gosh, if only somebody had told me that I should be trying to take profits as things went up over the weekend. I said it. I say that. Because this is what happens after the weekend. This is the hangover. When we have to go back to work, oh crap. And then everything starts falling. But not if you're ready for it and you're out here kind of, hey man, looking for some entries, building some positions, trying to find something to catch its higher lows, because we are making a series of higher highs, right? If we're bullish on it. Don't we want them pullbacks? So there might be a possibility of one happening on the horizon. Look at that nice little W pattern right there. Look at that little butt crack. That's the cutest little butt crack right there at 382. Oh, that almost comes to my 381 target right here at the little trend line. Beautiful. Okay. I'm just saying stupid stuff right now. We're going to come over to Crypto Bubbles and say, hey man, are you feeling better on the hour just yet? Anything feeling better on the hour? Well, at least they're not dropping like a rock anymore, but man. Hey, I haven't taken a look at Crow in a minute. Let's take a look at Crow. Last time I took a look at Crow, it was hanging around 8 or 9 cents. What? Oh my God, tell me it's not so. Oh, really? We're at 14 cents now? That just seems so crazy so long ago, dude. Somebody put targets out for 13, 17 cents. That sounds crazy. What kind of crack are you on? That was the Dirty Sanchez. Like we're on the tip of the cowboy hat right there. All right, let's get all this crap off. And let's see. That's a nice move out of Crow. And it's probably, the truth be told, it's probably still in its juicy accumulation zone, to be honest with you. From 95 cents, it got up to 95 cents. Last cycle, though, it's been a minute. Technically, anywhere below 25 cents is a pretty decent place to buy if you want to make some gains. At least if you get it at 25 cents, yeah, it comes back up to these areas. You can at least, double, triple your money. Maybe. The real gains come for when you get it down when nobody wants it, when it is around 9 cents and it comes up there, and then you 6, 7, 8 extra money instead of doubling or tripling it. And that's why you hear me talk about buying bottoms and what to look for at bottoms, and sometimes it might contradict what you hear from other people and other traders, other analysts, because it seems to be an area that scares people, because it's usually red days when these are the times to, oh my gosh, look, it's on sale. Look what I got on sale, honey. It's 97% off. Almost 99% off from its all-time highs. Oh my God, I sound just like Bert and Ernie. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Pulling our Fibonacci's out here on Kronos. From the lows at 5 cents in September 2023 up to rise here at 23 cents just back in November. Not quite a year ago, but we're getting closer, aren't we? Sneaking up on us. July is almost over. Summer is almost over. Time travels so quick when it went slower when I was younger, but as older you get, it starts moving faster, and you're like, hey man, but why was yesterday 3 weeks ago? That doesn't make any sense to me. So we bounced off of a great little area, not just once, but many a time. This little area there. And now she's finally starting to do her moves. She's starting to get her groove on. Stella's starting to get her groove on. She got her groove on here. She got her groove on here. So if we're seeing this out of Crow, we're probably seeing this out of some other coins too. 25 cents is where we're looking at for Crow, but we got some juicy little targets from a swing high to a swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. That 618 is looking juicy, actually, about 17 cents. A little hiccup somewhere around 15 seems to be what we're approaching now, but I would be looking at 17 cent out of Crow, and right here, just right at 20 cent Crow. Yeah, imagine buying it at 9 cents and it goes up to 20. You moonbagged it, take your collateral out. Man, look at this. So we got this trend line here, right? And you also got this one, and you kind of see if you zoom out what she's doing. Yeah, she's opening up the range for us, man. I love these. I didn't used to like them at all. I used to thought they were bull crap. But the more I'm in this, I'm like, yeah, this one just opens up, because for some reason, it's just so much easier when you got this thing going on, that when she does decide to take off, it has such an easier time and faster time of filling the space up. And we got a trend line that's starting to point up into, 30, 33 cents from where we are right now. Crow looking bullish to me, baby. Although this might not be the best entry position over here. Any kind of pullbacks on this one, but it's still anywhere under 25 cents. Technically, it's a good deal. I lost it again. I don't know what happened to it. Chris, hey, how's it going, Chris? I see you there. Shark Cat. I think we got to go over to here. Maybe I should post that up here. There we go. Shark Cat. We looked at that before. It might be on exchanges. Solana. Ah, I saw the picture. I wonder, do we have it over? I think it was SC, right? Shark. No, it's also C. Yeah. Who else has got it? There's no Baby Shark. COINEX has got it. Yeah, COINEX has got it. Let's see. It's the same 0.006. What do you got over here? 0.006. Which has got the better chart? April 2nd. I mean, this one should have the better chart. June. But this one's got all the sweet tools. We can do good right here, actually. So this is Shark Cat, and I've got it on COINEX. And she's been down here for a while, except for when she pumped up very quickly and lost it all, and that's what you got to keep in mind. My play on these, especially when they're rounding down through here, and you will have that happen, but I would take the local fib from the recent high down to the bottom there, and I would set limit orders at all these all the way to the top. I would go to the 127 and come down. It probably won't do that one, right? But 886 at 4.1 cents. I would put me limit orders at every one of these little guys. And then I would also, this is just me talking, I would pyramid those orders there, the more higher value up here as it comes up there. Or you could do the same thing, I don't know, $100 here, 100 every time it goes up. Imagine that. If every time it goes up, you're selling $100 worth. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can, if it goes all the way up here and spikes up and comes back down, so it's $600 worth. You got $600 that you can put back into it down here. And then imagine the next time she starts going up and she makes a higher high. And with these variables, I mean, it doesn't sound like it. Sounds crazy, but all the way up here, I mean, you're talking about 2x and 2x, 3x your money, 4x your money on the way up there. It could be more than $100. That's why I like these areas, especially if they got a rounding shape like this. And I'm getting all that on the daily. Let me come over to 4 hour. moving averages are looking good, so it's showing some strength. She's trying to do some stuff. So in my personal opinion, she's trying to make her way up to this target here at 11.5 cents. You got these wild card things here. That's why I think that's if you'd had $100 sales here on every one of those, you would have made $300 or whatever. I don't know. That's oh my god. Are you seeing this? Just this move here from down at this area is at 0.002 cents up to there. That's almost a 9x move there. I feel trying to use the $100 example is just not even reasonable at this point because the variation would be so crazy. So I think this is kind of good. It's showing good signs to me. I don't know that it's going to do this anytime soon, but if nothing else, it should start just slowly easing up here. And that by itself is another 60%. So nothing's to laugh at. $100 here would be 160 there. Pretty cool, I think.
Shone the charts, I drank the hype, my blood was set aflame. Thought I'd drink the market's vein.
Cryptotropics says Dolo went on a massive run. Dolo? I'm not really familiar with this one. Dolomite looks like. Oh, snap! Let's all buy right now. That looks, we're on the, oh my gosh. That's humongous. That deserves some respect right there. That's what I want to see all my coins do. So what did it look like before all this happened? That's the question to be asking or to be noticing when you see all this stuff, right? What happened before all this? What did it look like before all that? It looked like this that nobody likes. Kind of like what we just looked at, how it was rounding. That nice rounding shape that's going on there. Those nice little triangle falling wedgie kind of patterns going on right there. And then it finally breaks out, right? What does she start doing after that? Starts doing some kind of channel, some kind of something. Almost look wedgie like over here, wedge or channel. Rising wedge, when they break to the upside, they can go parabolic, and this is the best example I could ever hope to show. That's exactly what we would hope for them to all do. And what happened? What happened after we break from the rising wedge? We went up. It came all the way freaking back down. Not to test it. That's what we would expect, though. That could have happened. That's what I would be saying. It could come all the way back down there, and that would fuck. But it gave up. It did so much gains, 97% gains, but anybody buying up here chasing would have lost 50% on the drop. And then after that, we level out. And this is where people will be calling flags to the upside. And as long as it doesn't break our trend line, we're cool with it. She starts deviating. See, here we have our initial trend line starting out. And then we started having our deviation, which started doing some funny stuff. Whether you look at that symmetrical triangle or whatever, rabbit run, however. Another little flag. So it's going sideways, and then it was here, blast off. So even looking at this way, you're starting to see, you're still seeing the curve. And then rounded bottoms, pay the bills. Look at that, that's beautiful. That's amazing. I like the price. So these price structures, man. And she is definitely at an area she needs to chill the freak out. 21 cents maybe. I mean, if it's still bullish, 21 cents, but she's at the areas she needs to be pulling back. And what's it doing at the moment? You've got this going on. You got another rising channel or possibly rising wedge pattern. which if it breaks to the upside could be bullish, but it could, but ooh, it doesn't make sense to. It looks like they mostly break to the downside, right? 60% chance, I believe. 60. Not the same as a falling wedge. But I'm not seeing the signs that she wants to do that just yet. But that maybe we spend time here and break down, test a trend line. If it goes this way, it'd be another strong move, and this parabola is not ready to stop yet. I can't imagine what the... That would be tricky AF. This is a crazy... This is not the smartest place to try to make an entry at all. This is where you want to be definitely taking profits, and all the smarter people have been in down here definitely should be taking profits. Because $100 down here at 2 cents is now worth about $700. And yeah, TP baby. What goes up does come down. It just doesn't feel like it at the time that you're seeing it up there. That's pretty cool. All right, everybody, I think that is it for me tonight. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. I want to finish up over here Bitcoin on the little tiny 6-minute time frame as we're getting a little pumped on the upside. A little bit. We're still rangy sideways, whatever. Choppy week this week. The biggest thing that I got to say about Bitcoin, and probably need to say it over here on this one, we're still in that tricky little area, and we're showing signs of rejection where we didn't need to see some. Meaning this could be a bearish retest, meaning price get up rejected from here before she comes to lower lows. We could be seeing that. I do have the hopeful stuff that we talked about earlier. Those places where she might be catching right now, and she needs to. But I gotta keep our eye on Bitcoin. We got some good things going on. We got some kind of iffy things going on. This is the bearish situation. This is the bullish one. This is the bullish one if we're catching here. Meaning we need to see up out of Bitcoin. We need to get above 120, okay? We need to get above 120. And we were really close, and then we didn't. But now we got to. If that's not what she's trying to do, then we're looking at this scenario where it's a bearish retest, and then we'll be coming down now. How does that help me out, Road Dog? This is most likely what is happening right here, because this in the bigger picture of things, it was no bueno to lose that trend line. So we gotta kind of lean a little bit more that way. I mean, just to be cautious, And in the meantime, the altcoins, they need to turn right around now. Like tomorrow needs to be a bullish day out of them. They can't afford to keep losing. And there's a slight chance that we can pull it off, but man, I'm going to be eating popcorn, chewing on my fingernails until I see what happens over here. These smaller moving averages are looking, they're looking a little nervous. We got some things up here suggest that maybe we can pull back up there. So let's hope that they're just messing with us tonight, and that it will set the tone for the direction for us to go with mañana. Meanwhile, the regular Wall Street, they're doing okay, man. They're still doing pretty good. That money should be coming over, you think? All right, guys, I'll check you out tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be a whipsaw week. Be careful. This is where they chop us up and take our money. It might be a week just to kind of back off, chill out, not really work so much about trading or accumulating. See you on the next one, guys.
I feel so unsure as I log in tonight.
Come on, Bitcoin, you can break out. Come on up.
The charts start to
Let's go tap 119,
red
please.
and green in my sight. I should have stayed grounded, not chased the high. Now my wallet's a ghost, and I'm asking why. Market moves call out my name, a leverage dance, a fleeting game. I traded hearts for one last play, now all I hold has slipped away. Tonight the coins fall so cold, a whispered crash I can't console. I'm never gonna trade again. These keys have lost their souls, refrain, no blockchain love can end. I'm never gonna trade again the way I traded you. Time can't rewind, the blocks are sealed in stone.
Shout out to you guys.
Your trust was the stake that I should have.
Top Ants, Trigger coming in number 1. Number 2 coming in MG Motorsports, Movers on Grade number 3. Trade Intuition number 4. Duality C number 5. John Frisbee. Number 6, Glasshopper 77 as number 7, the Lucky 7. So G 956 coming in at number 8. Chris S2C is coming in at number 9, and Cryptotropic coming in at number 10. Honorable mention Kelly at this one goes to 11. Top Ants. Thank you so much.
These keys have lost their souls, refrain, no blockchain love can end. I'm never gonna trade again.
Oh man, hey, there's Pumpy Oz. I forgot to do the coin video. We were talking about last night to where I'm trying to start doing this. Tried it a few times. Where I'll let you guys pick out a coin, and then I will make it. Probably doing a stream, a live coin video that I will publish or whatever. But I'll let you guys pick out which ones I do it on. That'd be kind of cool. I man, forgot. Boomer.
Traded you. Crypto whisper stole you too.
It's hard to keep track of all the risks I'm taking. With every trade there's a chance that I might be faking. But I know that I need to take some chances to grow my portfolio and make it advance. I gotta manage these risks so I can stay ahead of the curve. I gotta say that I'm sorry at the end of the night. For every mistake I'll make it right. I've got my stop loss orders in place to protect me from losing too much. And I always keep an eye on news and market trends to stay informed and avoid any pitfalls. Gotta manage these risks so I can stay ahead of the curve. I gotta say that I'm sorry at the end of the night. For every mistake I'll make it right. It's not easy to balance risk and reward, but I know that with patience and persistence I'll find my way forward. I'll keep on learning and adapting as I go to ensure a brighter future for me and mine to grow. I gotta manage these risks so I can stay ahead of the curve. I gotta say that I'm sorry at the end of the night. For every mistake I'll make it right. It's not easy to
Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Take care, play.
reward, but
Good
I
night,
know
John
that
boy.
with patience and